Recording to the cloud. Okay, everybody, welcome to PowerHouse Smart Kickoff the new year 2021. And as I had said earlier, we all deserve a brand new start, a fresh year, because it has been a challenge this last year, but we're all here. We made it through. And the truth is, we all leaned on each other a lot, and maybe not necessarily in the big way as far as your membership community. You might not have been able to come to a lot of the events that we had this year, but you definitely, I know many of you traded new projects that you're working on together, a lot of education and sharing of, hey, this is how I'm doing video meetings, and many of you have shared your experiences, your hard hat tours, and your education with the PowerHouse Smart community. So I'm so proud and thrilled to have you here at our kickoff party. So this is the agenda. Actually, the kickoff party is going to start where we're going to get a chance to first meet our advisory board members. Every one of them is here. We were in a meeting earlier, and they're going to share with you, what PowerHouse Smart, what it means to be on the advisory board. And then we're going to go right into our education segment with Brodie. Brodie is awesome. He's our new deluxe sponsor for the luxury conference, and he is going to share with you what he's been doing for other professionals as far as marketing is concerned and video marketing, and then a little sneak peek of what he's doing for the luxury conference. And then we're going to do a tribute to our realtors from our Realtor Roundtable. I'm going to give you a quick reminder of what that was this year. And then we are going to talk about the hard hat tour projects we had this year to thank all those leaders. And last but not least, we are going, and to all of our education speakers, and then we're going to do a virtual toast and just give you a sneak peek of what's ahead for the next couple months for your membership community. So welcome. So without further ado, I'd like to start with our advisory board. I am for our advisory board members. They keep us always looking for new ways to, bring more value to the membership community, and I'm indebted to them. So, and some of you advisory board members can say how long you've been on the advisory board as well. So I'm going to start what my screen shows, which is Michael Menn up in the left-hand corner. Michael, please take it.
Hello, everyone. Michael Menn Limited. We are architects and builders. I have been involved with Wendy and PowerHouse from the beginning. It is my honor to serve on the advisory board along with everybody else. And as I've seen PowerHouse grow, it actually is wonderful. And I enjoy it, and I enjoy networking. So thank you all.
Thank you, Michael. And you're also working out of Arizona and Illinois. So you're
Yes.
contributing to the growth of PowerHouse Smart to be national.
That's on my agenda for this winter.
Okay, terrific. Mark Benner.
Hey, everybody. Mark Benner, architect, virtual reality architect. Do both residential and commercial projects. And these days, it seems to be more and more commercial. Been on the advisory board for a number of years. And Wendy and I have been working together since 1995.
Wow.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? Love working with all of you, and there's been lots of great opportunities, and look forward to many, many more.
Okay, terrific. Thanks, Mark. And thank you again also for all your education.
Happy to share.
Okay, Dean.
Sorry, somebody came to the door and I got dogs barking, so I'll try to talk loud and drown them out. Been on the advisory board for a number of years, involved with PowerHouse for about 12 or 13 years with Wendy. Love being a part of the group, the education, the networking. Just like being part of seeing where PowerHouse is going and how I can help connect people to PowerHouse and introduce them to PowerHouse so they can grow their businesses through networking and connections. But it's been a great 10, 12 years, and it's been fun to be with everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean. And Michael, Dean, and Mark so far have brought a lot of you on this call into PowerHouse Smart. So thank you for that. Daryl.
Yes, hi, Daryl Katz, Impact Training Solutions. I do professional and executive training. And like Mark, like Michael, like Dean, I've been with the advisory board for a few years. It's just been a wonderful experience because of the things they've already talked about, but the networking and beyond that, just the ability to kind of help Wendy find some ideas as a collective group of talented people. This board continues to come up with great ideas and drive things forward, and I think that the membership at large, I hope, benefits from that. So it's just been a pleasure to be part of that, and I enjoy it immensely, and glad to be here to celebrate the end of this incredible year.
Yes, there you go. And Daryl, again, thank you so much. You're going to be instrumental in training our facilitators for speed networking, power connection lunches during the luxury conference. You are the epitome of a professional.
For 2,000 people, right?
Yes, of course.
That'll be fun.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, Kimberly.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Calarosi. Hey, I've been part of the board for a couple years now. And this year I will say it's been a little bit rougher with Zoom because I have so many work Zoom meetings that I get consumed. And then I'm like, there was an event going on with PowerHouse and I missed it. So I do apologize, Wendy. It's been crazy. But
No, I understand. And last year you were a huge sponsor of the luxury conference and we were supposed to have an outdoor barbecue party, which we will do.
we will.
We will wait to do it when we can all do it in person.
Absolutely. So it's a great honor though to be part of this group. So thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. And on the 18th of December, you guys are doing a virtual coffee meet and greet with Rebecca. And then we'll do something face-to-face in January, February.
Yep.
Okay, Michael. Norpel.
I was going to say, which one?
Yeah.
I'm Michael Norpel. I've been on the board, I think about 6-7 years now. And I'm a landscape architect and interior designer based now out of Palm Springs, California.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
That makes us national.
Correct.
Yes.
And I've really enjoyed my time of being on the advisory board as being the co-chair of the luxury conference with the ever talented Rebecca Gogo for 2 years. We did that.
You guys were great. I still love those commercials. So that's awesome. Okay. Thank you, Michael. Jim Dash.
Good afternoon. Jim Dash with Carlson Dash. We are a general practice business law firm with offices in Chicago, Milwaukee, and Pleasant Prairie. I've been on the advisory board for, I think, 2 years now, 2 or 3, and very much enjoying it. I have met all of these wonderful people that I probably would, most of whom I probably would not have met, but for PHS and but for the level of activity that I've been managing to maintain. And, can't thank you all enough.
Well, Jim, you are really a treasure because you're our token, our master attorney on the board, and also part of the membership. And so we hope you are, everyone understands what the value you bring and continue to bring for years to come. So thank you again.
Thanks.
Thanks. Catherine Chager.
Hi, Catherine Chager Designs, residential interior design, focusing on kitchen and bath, but I do it all, soup to nuts. I've been on the board for probably the last 9 years and have really enjoyed helping the group grow and helping bring new things to the fore so that we can all benefit, because I just love the quality of people that are here. And I've learned so much from all these wonderful, smart people that I get to associate with.
Yes, thank you, Catherine. You and Rebecca are doing an unbelievable job hosting coffee meet and greets. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Okay, Rebecca.
Hi, everyone. I'm Rebecca Pagonitz. I'm an interior designer. My firm is CCS Interior Design Group. And I've been a member of the advisory board for a few years. Wendy recruited me. Meeting Wendy transformed my life and my career. I just want to say it's been a true honor and privilege to be part of the advisory board because, like Kathy said, I've just met some incredible people who we exchange ideas, we inspire each other, we mentor each other. It's just pretty amazing. And being on the advisory board is a great opportunity to get involved and feel a part of things. I got to be honest, I wasn't feeling a part of PHS, Wendy.
I know.
because of the whole COVID cloud. And I thought, I'm going to go to the advisory board meeting and let's see if I get a shot of adrenaline. And that's exactly what I got. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I've had several of our members say that, hey, I was feeling down and I kept going to a meeting and I got a new job and, so that's good. I'm so glad you're back. Mike Freiberger.
Hello, I'm Michael Freiberger, owner of New Look Design, Build and Development, luxury residential and commercial work throughout the North Shore of Chicago. I've been on the board for a couple years now, and I'm very grateful for that. Like Rebecca, I'm very grateful to just be around Wendy, the master marketer and networker. And I love just any advice that she gives, and I really appreciate that. I also really appreciate, thank you, Wendy. I also really appreciate not only all the networking, but mentorship, education. I mean, I'm always talking to Mark or Michael. I've done projects with the other Michael. So it's really been a great opportunity, both business, personal, professional development, and I enjoy being here. So, and lots of opportunities in addition to that personally. So thank you, Wendy, for all that.
Thank you. We love your hard hat tours and your mixology and all of you guys. I mean, it's just been awesome. So Tony, do you want to say a few words? We don't see you, but I know you're there.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, for some reason, the line cut off. I'm Tony Callahan. I'm with Schmechtig Landscapes. Schmechtig Landscapes is celebrating 60 years. Woohoo!
Woo! That's awesome.
I've been on the advisory board for a very long time. I don't even know how many years. I do remember when I started on the advisory board, Michael Menn was already present, and I would open my mouth and he would say, I was going to say that. And he would open his mouth and I would say, I was just going to say that. So what I love about PowerHouse Smart is that all different types of individuals working in the luxury field comes together, and we get to collaborate and work with each other. I've had to reach out to Jim Dash this year. Tremendous, giving me a referral, which is working out beautifully. And I am very, very grateful to be a part of this community of well and like-minded individuals.
Thank you, Tony. And we're going to miss you at the Luxury Conference as our live jazz quartet, but you will be there in all the other ways. And
yes.
And we'll still have some music, but it won't be live. And also, Tony, I'm so happy that PowerHouse Smart was able to have a D4D celebration at Schmechtig Landscaping. I mean, it was thrilling to be part of that. So thank you for including us. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is our esteemed advisory board. So I'd like to now go to the education segment, and I want you all to go to Brodie's headshot, Brodie Kerst, and to hit the three little buttons, little dots, and pin him. So he is the center of attention. And Brodie is a new friend of mine, but he's also a PowerHouse Smart member now. So I'm sure within the next 24 hours, his membership profile will be more enhanced since he needs to work on that. But he's been aggressively working on the luxury conference and all of his other work. So Brodie, go ahead, share your knowledge with us. Teach us about what the world is coming to in 2021.
I love it. Thank you, Wendy, for the introduction. And yes, I will get on the membership thing. It's been a busy couple weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, so as Wendy said, my name's Brodie Kerst. I run Brodie Kerst Productions, which is a architecture videography business. Basically, for the past 4 years, I've been working with architects, landscape architects, interior designers, all the abouts, just to help communicate their projects, to help them win more work.
Great. Wow. We could use that. We all want to win more work.
So this whole strange journey kind of began for me during my time at architecture school. Basically, I kind of started to realize that the way we communicate architecture has kind of been the same for the past 100 to 400 years. We do 2D drawings, 2D photos to help communicate 3D space. And while I think all these mediums have their own place and time, I don't think any of them really quite capture the actual experience you get while moving through architecture, while experiencing a piece of landscape. And so I started to experiment with video to help communicate my projects throughout school. A couple architecture firms started to take notice, and long story short, by the time I graduated, I had a few clients coming in, and I decided to take the leap of faith to kind of jump off and do this thing full time. So my first real big project was the Pingtown Memorial Park by Site Design Group. It's a park in Chicago's Chinatown, and originally they came to me just wanting a couple fun drone shots for their 20th anniversary celebration. And the more conversations we had, the more I realized that the story of this park is kind of incredible and it deserves its own video to be told. And so what you're going to see is a short snippet of the extended video.
Good design and the quality of design should be for everybody. Not only the quality of design in the industry, but the social aspect of it. How does this start to impact other people's lives? So when we do a park on the west side of Chicago that used to be drug infested and with needles all over the place, and that kid, and we put in a new playground, and 20 years from now, that kid says to his friend, hey, remember that park that we were at and we did this and we dreamed about this? You impacted that kid's life. And that's powerful to me. That's something that I am very passionate about.
This park is making a difference in people's lives.
So that video actually went on to win the 2019 Illinois ASLA President's Award in Communication, and we're still submitting it to festivals and competition to this day. So, you know, so what? Why does this matter? Why should you care about this? Well, basically, this video wrapped up in September of 2019. So for the past year, Site Design Group has been toting this around, giving it to RFP groups before the interviews, sending it before client meetings, basically showcasing to people before they even walk in the door the value that they bring. And then this year, I started working with an interior designer called Amy Carmen Design. And now this is on the other side of the spectrum in residential architecture. And I'm sure you residential architects know and understand that once you hand over the keys, that's it. There's no, you know, really going back unless you have that really strong connected relationship with a client. And so you really need to do your due diligence to kind of capture everything you can while you can. And so I worked with her to capture this home in Lac de Flambeau, and not only the space itself, but the story to go with it.
We had always gone to Michigan as a kid. That's how I got my appreciation of nature, was on Great Lakes. It was sort of just part of the family plan to come up here and gather around for a holiday, or for definitely sometime in the summer. And it just was starting to get really tight. Everybody wanted to come up and be here. So over time, we conceived of this idea of like, okay, the family can get a gathering place for everybody, and what does everybody want? And if we do this, will everybody come?
She has this very generational view of this property. So we had to make sure that what we were putting on paper schematically, like aligned with her family today, but also her family 10 years from now, 20 years from now, and beyond. The approach for those guest suites was really to reflect the place that they are. Leather hardware that was carefully stitched. You know, we had these knurled steel handles on the drawers. It all was meant to like sort of tie back into the site, the place.
So people come here and they feel they're back to nature, they can relax. It's a sort of a zone of peace for all our extended family. As a working person and as a mother and as an older person, I've come to realize that my space is my artistic statement. Every little tchotchke around this house has a story and a history of who we are as a family.
We felt like part of the job of this lower level is to really show all those things off in a really special way. She always had this thought of having like some sort of family logo or crest. And Brittany Vogt, one of our design coordinators, came up with this logo. And by the end of the project, we repeated it on all sorts of different things throughout the property. What we did was create this built-in bookcase with these beautiful like floating shelves. They're supported by like this internal steel structure. They're very elegant. They wrap around this outside corner. But what you don't know is when you kind of pull the outside corner, it opens up and it reveals this navigator's nook.
Back to this idea of 7 generations ahead. I may not see that, but my grandchildren or my nieces and nephews would. When you do go back to Chicago or you go back to other space and you come back up here and you open that front door, and this physical space, you literally feel your body just relax. I attribute it to the space itself and to the importance of architecture and what that does to you on a cellular level. You can't always articulate it, but you feel it.
We want this to be an experience for everybody that comes here, and we want it to be memorable. When you come home, like that is it. Like that is your sanctuary. Like that is where you come together with the people that are most important to you. And if you can really enhance that experience, that really shows what a success it was as a project.
So that was one of the pieces. It's not out yet, so you guys got the first exclusive look at it. So back again to so what? Why should this matter? So in every single movie that you watch, there's always a hero that has a tool that allows them to accomplish a certain goal. And so in any effective video, in order to emotionally maintain and communicate with your audience, you need to put your client as the hero and yourself as the tool to help them make a successful project. And so that's just some of the ways that I've been working with architects to help them communicate more projects, to win more work.
Wow, Brodie, I swear that was so emotional and so well done. I can't imagine that interior designer not being able to show that. I mean, what would it impact her showing that to potential customers who want to hire her? Or was she the architect? Was she the architect or the interior designer?
She was the interior designer for it. And so she's basically going to use it to hopefully send it to a handful of publishers to get this published, and then also to showcase to new potential clients to help them kind of win them over.
Wow, that is fabulous. So what are you doing for the luxury conference? Fill us in.
Oh, I thought I stopped sharing. I shouldn't have stopped sharing. Yeah,
oh, that's
so
okay.
this came out today.
So you're a pretty big role in the luxury conference. Not only are you doing what you're showing us now, you got a lot of exciting things planned.
That is true.
Give us a sneak peek.
The design and construction industry has changed a lot this year. Because of that, the PowerHouse Smart Luxury Conference is reconnecting designers, real estate agents, and developers alike to give you the right tools to crush it in 2021. On March 2nd, we're bringing together some of the best and brightest in the industry.
I'm Brad Levitt, president of AFT Construction in Scottsdale, Arizona, and we're going to be speaking about the value of social media and marketing and how to control that content to vet your customers, build your contact database, and of course, find new work.
Check out the link above to learn more.
That's so cool. I love it. So that's your first PowerHouse Smart anything, and this is your first PowerHouse Smart event, Brodie. What else do you have planned for the luxury conference that's going to make it pretty special, tying in video and making sure that everyone learns who comes to the conference what they should be planning ahead and how you could help them, or what they need to be working on for 2021 plans as far as really adjusting and adapting and shifting into the new world?
Yeah, so I'm making, so this is the first of 2 more to come. So this is the educational focused video, and then we're doing an inspiration and collaboration one. And then I am running another education, more extended version session of leveraging video in your marketing, how to effectively tell a story of your building so that people are interested to win more work. And then I'm also going to have a booth there. And I'm also there with Wendy for the 2 days to help the live stream. So it's going to be a ton of fun. I'm looking forward to it.
You're great. You have already like become a superstar. So if somebody, and you are part of our membership community, so I'm sure now that everyone is meeting you for the very first time, you are going to be a very popular man. So you're going to set up your LinkedIn, your website, your how we can contact you on the PowerHouse Smart website. So it's Brodie Kerst. And then you'll see more videos that he's done. And then you'll see him, of course, throughout the year at other events and throughout the luxury conference. So we're so excited. I feel like I found like this diamond out there who's going to really help us go. And we're also going to bring in a lot of diversity too, which you happen to bring a new diverse association to the table. Could you tell us just a second about that? I forgot to mention that earlier.
Yeah, so I think part of having my background in architecture is during school, I was involved with AIAS, which is the American Institute of Architecture students. And so it's pretty much college students that are pursuing their degree in architecture, very interested in it, who I think now need a network and need a connection into the industry and could use mentorship and some insights. And then another group is NOMAS, which is the National Organization of Minority Architecture Students. And so they have their own organization as well. And so I've been working with Crystal to help kind of hopefully plug them into this event.
Okay, well, that's fabulous. So we are definitely excited about all the things you're going to bring to us, especially just a new relationship. So, I'm all about the relationship.
I love it. Thank you, Wendy.
Okay. All right. Terrific. So Brodie's going to step away from the center screen here so you can unpin him. And now we have a little time left before, but we could definitely have a drink, but we're going to wait. We're going to toast at the end. So Brodie, I'm going to take you, let's see, for the share screen, and I'm just going to unpin there. And the next thing that's part of our, here we go, gallery. The next part of the rest of our half an hour left here today, we're going to do a tribute to our hard hat tours and our Realtor Roundtable members. So I'm going to share a little program I put together for you. So let me grab that. And sorry, got to go back to share, and now share screen. Got to get out of here. There we go. And we're going to go to this right here. Okay, so we're here. And so this is today's, kick off a new year, but the agenda really talked about 4 or 5 pillars of what we were going to go through today. And one of them, you already got to see most of these advisory board members who introduced themselves. Some of them couldn't be with us here today, just a couple of them. So please feel free. This is on the PowerHouse Smart website. These are the advisory board members. These esteemed professionals and colleagues of ours have been in not only PowerHouse Smart, but other associations like AIA, MKBA, ASID, Institute of Classic Architecture and Art, et cetera, et cetera. So these folks are your mentors. Besides myself, of course, I'm always available. And I want you to realize that they spend, a significant amount of time and energy and talent to make PowerHouse Smart what it is. And I really wanted to just, again, give another tribute to our advisory board members. And so you met most of these folks earlier. Also, I wanted to do a tribute and talk just a second about the Realtor Roundtable and what this was last year. So if you were at the luxury conference last year, we did Power Connection lunches, and we did them face-to-face, and we've been doing them Power Connection lunches for a very long time. And the whole platform, again, is based on getting to know something significant about another individual who offers talents in our world that we might be able to help them in any way we can without always expecting something in return. So I hand selected this group of realtors, and I'm going to mention their names in a moment, who are also on the PowerHouse Smart website, who each attended the luxury conference, and each one of them was trained by our training consultant, Daryl Katz, and they helped participate in that lunch to kind of share how all of us as industry professionals really need to be working together. I think a lot of the builders, architects, interior designers, developers, and landscape architects and suppliers all get we need each other. Sometimes the real estate agents aren't quite sure how to zig and zag and build that relationship. And certainly sometimes us as professionals aren't quite sure how to do that, since they operate very differently as far as their business model. So many of these professionals will be returning, not on necessarily the Realtor Roundtable for 2021, because every year I come up with something different and we might do something different for 2021, but they will be returning as speed networking facilitators or speakers. So we've got Connie Antonou, and I'm actually going to go, actually you could see this much bigger if you went to the PowerHouse Smart website, but I'm not going to flip around and give you guys, you know, a car sickness or a travel sickness here on our Zoom. But Connie Antonou, she used to be the owner of the Sotheby's office in Barrington. Now she sold it to the Sotheby's Jameson Company, and now she still operates the Barrington office, but she does a lot in Wisconsin, and she's from Hinsdale. Elizabeth Jakaitis is with Berkshire Hathaway, and she's been with us for a very long time. She will continue on, and so will Connie, and she's in Lake Forest. Melinda Jakovich Lagrange has been a friend of mine for a very long time. She's returning again to be a speaker, a panelist, and then also to help us with a speed networking facilitator. She has been instrumental in the city and doing a lot of high-rise condos and, you know, large developments. And actually that's how she met her husband, Lucien Lagrange. She was the realtor for one of his projects many moons ago. Ann Kavanaugh is with Compass. She's newer to PowerHouse Smart, and was great to have her this year, and we hope she'll definitely stay involved. And of course, my very dear friend, Jim Kinney, who's been the president of the Illinois Association of Realtors and president originally from Rubloff. He's with Beard Warner, and of course, he'll always be with us. Michael Lafredo is new to PowerHouse Smart last year. He's also a very interesting businessman. He actually launched a real estate certification program for realtors to learn how to sell luxury properties. And he sells that across the world to brokers who want to train their sales, their agents and their brokers to sell luxury properties. He's written a book. So he not only is a broker, but he definitely is helping raise the bar for all other brokers. So he'll be back again this year. Allie Lerner is just absolutely fabulous. She's a North Shore real estate agent. And since she has gotten involved with PowerHouse Smart, she's been involved with a couple different architects and builders, helping them and designers and bringing them new opportunities and helping. Harry Mizell has been with us for a couple of years, and he'll certainly always be a friend for PowerHouse. Rita Mancini was a new member, and I haven't seen much of her this year. I wish her the very best. I hope she's still around. Terry Proctor was introduced to us by John Robert Wilkin, and she actually sold out the Trump Tower originally. So she is really, talk about having experience from watching Chicago grow. And so she's awesome. She'll be back again. And Mark Reese was introduced to us by Michael Norpal. Michael loves to help his clients find properties that need to be renovated and flipped, and then Michael does all the flipping. And Mark is the realtor broker who finds the properties. So he's been great, a breath of fresh air. And then Millie Rosenblum, whom I've also known, I was introduced to her by Jim Kinney, gosh, when I was back at Orem Piquel in the 90s. And Millie is a staple as far as long-term, very similar to Terry, been around quite a long time. She's actually taken advantage of the offer that I've given all the realtors to put on education for PowerHouse Smart members. So she did 2 education sessions with 2 of her properties. One was a brand new 12 condo units on Randolph, and the other one was a total gut renovation with Centaur Interiors on Michigan Avenue. So, but all of that is, by the way, on the YouTube channel for PowerHouse Smart. Those are half-an-hour education sessions, and we will continue to do realtor broker open houses in 2021 because they're a fabulous way to help the realtor promote listings and new construction and remodeling and all the projects. And it's a great way to continue to connect all of you to realtors that are really knowledgeable about how important your role is in these projects. And then ACOS also is a new young fresh face for us. Jim Treese is our Milwaukee broker, and I've referred him personal friends of mine. He's just so busy and he's just doing phenomenal. He said everyone that he's meeting from Illinois, I mean, there just seems to be this consistent flow into Wisconsin. So we're going to continue to get more brokers from Wisconsin as well as California, Arizona, etc. So my tribute, and I hope all of you feel the same, we really need to embrace our real estate brokers. I thank all of these here and the ones that are on this call. Thank you again for being a part of PowerHouse Smart. And thanks to Guaranteed Rate and US Bank for being sponsors of the luxury conference last year. And I hope they return this year and help us come up with, again, new ways to engage the real estate community. Now I want to recognize our PowerHouse Smart leaders, that's you sitting here, that have participated in hard hat tours. So we've done, these are just a snapshot of who they are. So we started the year with a hard hat tour before the luxury conference in Modernism, a kind of a junction or affiliated, not affiliated, but a hands, arm stretch connection with the week of Modernism Week in Palm Springs. We had 4 project tours. Michael Norpel had a project, David Dunn, and then Stacy Munich had a client project that had a guitar-shaped swimming pool. He was a famous guitarist. And then Stacy had us back to her property with Monogram for happy hour. So that was in the beginning of the year. And then we had to flip from face-to-face hard hat tours to, and we quickly shifted to virtual. And Michael Freiberger was a gem, the first couple virtual. He had projects that he, had done recently and done beautiful, beautiful, like, legacy type projects. He shared with us this gorgeous renovation on the North Shore and a commercial property that he did in Glencoe. So again, thank you again, Michael, Stacy, and Michael. And Yael, who's got her story, she was at the PowerHouse Smart First Luxury Conference as one of the top 20 candidates to be interviewed for potential hire. And that's how I met Yael. And look at her today. She's opened up her own studio and she actually had a project in the hard hat tours this year. And that would have been in July. It was a great gut renovation and well met. She's also working very closely with Mahogany Builders. One of their own projects for one of the owners. And then we had Mike Dumas, who also presented a fabulous Lake Geneva project, which was really cool. It was a complete gut renovation of a lakefront property. All of these tours are available for you to go back and look at on YouTube. And then I mentioned the 2 projects that Millie did. And then the most recent hard hat tour was Studio Nigro. Kim was so sad she couldn't be with us today. She did this really cool project in Libertyville. And you should definitely check that tour out. And then Larry Carnes did an awesome project actually out on the job site with his camera and one of his operations managers showing us a sustainable addition to an outdoor pond swimming spa. It's just incredible. You have to go watch it. And then Mark wrapped up that hard hat tour with an example of a project he did that was really more price point driven, but how they were able to take a split level and for another general contractor, Mark did this project and showed us from start to finish how they were able to use digital marketing, digital BIM, and all kinds of virtual aspects to really do that project. And of course, we've also had all of the education, Daryl Katz, Michael Norpel, most recently, Mark Benner did a realtor session. Justin Greenberg did a session teaching you about Curbio. We had Brian Jessen do a session on financing. Lutron did a session. I mean, we've had 40 virtual events in 2020. And I have to say, it was a handful, but we jumped right on it. And not all of them were 50, 60, 70 people. Some had more than that, but many of them, everybody that were in those events and participating really felt like, they got the shot in the arm that Rebecca was describing earlier. So these are all the different kinds of events that we've done this year. We did a speed recruiting event. We did education. We did coffee meet and greets. We did hard hat tours. So these are all just pictures of what we did. We do a new member orientation and kind of a jump start on how to get the most out of your networking. We did a Zoom happy hour. We did a boot camp. So on and on and on. So I have to say, I couldn't do it certainly without all of you and all the generous time that you all give to educating other people. And that's really what makes PowerHouse Smart special. So I'm just going to end with a little bit about what you can expect, and then I'm going to open up the floor so people can talk, and we're going to have a toast. So I got a couple more minutes. I just want to share with you some of the things. I don't know if it's going to let me go there direct. Yep. So one of the things I showed the advisory board earlier is the PowerHouse Smart website that all of you are on has a new segment called Luxury Consumers. We are now promoting the PowerHouse Smart A-list, which if you're a member of PowerHouse Smart, you're on the A-list, for them to search the database when they're looking for any professional service provider. So that is huge. In addition, we're inviting our luxury consumers, we're calling them design enthusiasts, to come to the luxury conference. So last 4 years, we've had anywhere between 300 and 400 people come to the luxury conference. I'm sure that those same 300 or 400 people will want to come again, but now we're going to have an additional new audience. I've been challenged by one of our speakers that we're going to have 2,000 people. So the luxury conference is virtual this year. It's March 2nd and 3rd. Between now, which is December 1st, and March 2nd and 3rd, we are going to still have coffee meet and greets and hard hat tours. So submit your projects, still be looking at your e-news, get involved. If you want to be on the advisory board or be more involved with the organization, reach out. We love having you guys be the lead in the community. So what is the luxury conference this year? Besides being virtual, it's national and now international. It's 90 days away. It's 2 days, and I am going to be live with Brodie and our event producers at the Mart. And our newest sponsor, just today, we got a sponsor commitment from Bosch, Thermador, and Gaggenau again. So they'll be a big sponsor. We'll be having one of our sessions in their showroom. And we also have Monogram, which is back in a huge way. I'm just looking for their logos. Hang on one second. There we go. So here's our sponsors. We have Monogram, which is going to be a huge sponsor this year. We're going to be doing tons with Monogram. Kitchen Design Partners was one of our first member sponsors. Of course, Lux Home. Of course, PowerHouse Recruiting is a sponsor. And of course, the Design Center. Designs for Dignity is always our charity benefactor. So Monogram, and then Brodie, of course, who you met earlier. Materials Marketing, Make It Better. So we've got some awesome, and we're just getting started. So we've got some awesome sponsors, and we have some incredible education. So the 2 days, you can get your tickets here, by the way. Early bird prices go up on December 16th. And right now, if you're a PowerHouse Smart member, your ticket's only $40. I highly recommend you go ahead and get your ticket. Prices are going up, and they'll continue to go up consistently up until the event. This is just a handful. We don't even have all of our speakers up yet. Of some of our speakers, Lenore Weiss is going to be doing a sustainable, it's just going to be all about well-being. She's phenomenal. So she's on the schedule if you went to the schedule. Nathan is going to be doing a session, and opposed to his session at the same time, there's going to be a social media session with Brad and Claire. Luann Nagara is coming back. She's bringing to us 2 different panels. One that she's calling the best of the best. That's going to talk about builder collaboration. And the other one that's going to be talking about her newest thing that has been flushed out of her podcast, which is, some of the designers and industry people feel we're letting creativity go to the wayside because of all the Pinterest and House and all the, easily accessible other people's design ideas. So she wants to address that. Barbara Ballinger is going to be speaking, and she's a huge writer for the National Association of Realtors. And so I'm hoping she's going to also help us bring in our realtor attendees. Susan Noyes is the founder of Make It Better. She just moved to Malibu. She's going to talk about philanthropic and a little bit about Designs for Dignity's 20 years. Nancy Jacobson's one of our sponsors, and she's going to be doing a facilitation of a Power Connection lunch again. I'll skip over this person. I don't know who that is. Paula Winters is going to be on the panel for an expert panel on the lunch. Claire is one of the speakers. Tom Ford is going to do a mindful moment. He's an opera singer, but he's the more known as an HR director of Hotel Rehabs, which in the last 4 years has hired 40 people. That's how fast they're growing. Anne is going to be an expert panelist. Brodie's going to give an education session. Audra is from Laguna Beach. She's going to be a speaker panelist. Catherine's going to be a panelist and a facilitator. Chef Terrence is going to be one of the chefs for one of the chef demos in Monogram. Michelle is coming back as a speaker panelist. Justin's going to be one of the realtor facilitators for speed networking and a panelist. Anders is an architect from Laguna Beach. He also has a project in the Hard Hat Tour that won the People's Choice Award. It's a sustainable duplex called the Bichitos. Melinda's coming back. Michael Lafito's coming back. Ronnie Behrens is coming back again as a speaker on the panel. Daryl's going to be a facilitator in many ways and a trainer. We have another chef who's going to be doing a charcuterie, I always pronounce it wrong, teaching us how to make that and with our appetizers and drinks. Jeff Astor's from New York. He's going to be sharing with you something I discovered 2 years ago, which is how to have your own control of your own solo 401k and being able to control all those dollars you've been putting away all these years and be able to invest it in whatever you want to invest it in. So I've been doing that recently. Real estate, of course, is one of the areas I feel like I can invest in knowledgeably. John Robert Wilkin is returning. He's got a project in the Hard Hat Tour. Michael's going to be a facilitator. Michael, the other Michael is also going to be a facilitator. Both of them will be speakers. Mark is going to be a facilitator and a speaker. Lucy at Lagrange is going to be a facilitator and on a panel. Emily Winters is coming back from Milwaukee. George is new to PowerHouse Mind. He's going to be a speaker. Elizabeth Scott is talking with Nancy and me about having a hard hat tour with a project and also being on a panel. And Diana Melankar was introduced to us through our hard hat tours, and she's new as a speaker of an architect out of Lake Forest. And Dave Brady is coming back as a panelist. So that's just a bunch. We have more coming. So this is a sneak peek of that Laguna Beach Hard Hat Tour and the Lakeshore Drive. We're going to have about 5 or 6 hard hat tours. Basically the other exciting thing is we're going to have an exhibitor showcase where you're going to be able during the tour to go and visit booths. So far we have 3 booths started where there's going to be live streaming, video, contests, giveaways. You're going to be able to get connected with attendees and get their information. So we're really excited about that new aspect. We're also inviting all the same associations that we've always invited, like ILCA, ASID, AIA, NARI, MKBA, to have an exhibit booth at no cost, so that we'll have them as exhibitors as well. And they're going to share our conference with their audience. And then last but not least, we have this 2-day schedule that's going to allow you to kind of go through here and look and get more information. So the conference is going to be national and international. Sponsors are going to be we have a sponsor we're talking to now from Italy. So you all as attendees and speakers are all going to be connected with people across the region in the PowerHouse smart way, so that if you want to do a project anywhere, you now have resources. If they want to do a project here, they have you as a resource. So we're taking our mantra, which is coming together to grow together, and like-minded individuals, professionals who care about each other and want to help each other grow and share knowledge and collaborate. So I'm just thrilled. I'm waiting for us as we're soaring with new members like Brodie, who are going to bring us to the next level, and all of you. And I certainly encourage all of you to reach out to me. Let me know if you'd like to know more information. So with that said, unmute yourself. And I want you to all get your glass, because we're here to have an attitude of gratitude. That this is all about you, and you really sharing and being a part of a community that cares about you no matter what. I want you to think about how lucky we are that we're all alive, that we lost some people this year, and it's been very scary and sad, and it's not over yet, and we still need to hunker down. But we survived the recessions, the COVID. We are going, the rioting, the adversity. We're going to get through this together. So I am grateful to all of you. I'm grateful to my beautiful family, and I'm grateful that I can have another conference this year without skipping a beat, and to bring more people into your lives to help you your business. And now to you, and to an incredible 2021.
Yes.
Here's Wendy.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Nice to see everyone. You all look great. It's great to see you.
Yeah.
Wendy, you froze. Are you there?
We have to cut Wendy off. She froze.
Too much drinking.
Too much food.
But
She
she looks happy.
overloaded her circuit. Wendy, can you hear us?
Wow, she's really out.
Oh no.
She's knocked herself out with one sip.
We need whatever she's having.
Here, how's this?
Great
Well-
to see you guys. I actually have to run, but great to see everybody. Wish we could be together.
Yeah.
Take care.
Same.
Bye.
Everybody.
See ya.
Bye, everyone.
Have a good holiday season.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm not in Hawaii, but my camera looks like I am.
So long.
All right, take care all.